Me again, Monri. I'm gonna start this off today a little different than I usually do, and I'm gonna just say this: any words that leave my mouth. Okay, let me back up. My ear is closer to my mouth than your ears are, so everything I say, I hear first. I say that to say this: I'm talking to me too. Um, I'm a amateur motivational speaker. Um, I have big aspirations of being internationally known. Why? Do I want it just because I want to boast about fame, this, that? No. But because if I have an international audience, I get to potentially motivate, inspire, and help and reach more people. Okay? If I say something that offends you, toughen up. Because the world is not going to filter what it throws at you to make sure you are not offended. Let's put a pin in that. We're not going to go there. But we're going to be talking about my favorite subject in the whole wide world today: success. I firmly believe that the path to success can only be realized when you make a conscious decision about what you want and then taking actions towards it. I think a lot of us, um, this is the mistake we make. We believe that we have these dreams, these big dreams, and they run towards us. No, you got to get out there and run towards your dreams. Sprint, claw, fight towards them. Accept nothing else but what it is you want and go get it. And go get it. The only difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do. Um, Tony Robbins, a great successful motivational speaker, says that a real decision is measured by the fact that you've taken a new action. If there's no action, you haven't truly decided. I'm going to say that again. A real decision is measured by the fact that you've taken a new action. If there's no action, you haven't truly decided. So, okay, let's talk about that for a minute. If you decide that you want to be a professional athlete, you haven't really decided you want to be a professional athlete until you get out there and start training. You get out there and start practicing. You get out there and you start going to some tryouts, to some whatever, till you start making those steps towards that. That's when the decision has been made. Not, oh, I have a good idea. Because the difference between an idea and a decision is, I believe an idea is only an idea until you start putting it into action. Then it becomes a firm decision that you have. No one is going to, no one is going to hand me success. I must go out and get it myself. That's why I'm here, to dominate and conquer both the world and myself. I'm here to dominate and conquer the world and myself. But I cannot dominate and conquer the world until I dominate and conquer myself. See, if you can command yourself, if you can gain command and power over yourself, you can gain command over everything else. I say way too much. Welcome every single morning. Okay, this is something I need you to do, and something I need to do, something that we need to do as a people. We need to welcome every morning with a smile. Look on every single new day as another special gift from your Creator and another golden opportunity. Tomorrow, if you wake up and when you wake up tomorrow, It's another opportunity for you to dominate your world, dominate yourself, and dominate your world. Karl Bard, he says, though no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending. Though no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending. I'll use myself in this right here. I haven't always had the mind frame that I have right at this instant. I haven't always been the person that I am today. There's a lot that know me as a criminal, dutifully so because of my actions. I'm a felon. I'm not proud of that, but I'm not ashamed of that because my time incarcerated helped me to realize certain things about myself that I never would have. That time away from the free world helped me appreciate the little things in the free world. And it allowed me a brand new start. Well, maybe not a brand new start, but an opportunity to change the ending, a brand new ending. And I think that goes hand in hand with recreating yourself every single day. Trying to do any and everything to advance yourself every day. Keeping your ears open, listening, always picking the brains of the people that are in the position where you're trying to be. Recreate yourself. We need to recreate ourselves. How come I can't get a job? Well, first of all, it's because you probably don't believe you can get one. You probably wake up every morning saying these people don't want to hire me. Man, ain't nobody gonna hire me. Ain't nobody gonna hire me. I'm gonna get out here and I'm gonna fill out this application, but I doubt they'll do anything. But whatever. With that attitude right there, the ink that you use to write on the application of that job will smell like and scream out, don't hire this person. From the ink all the way to the look on your face in the interview, if you get it, will scream out to that employer, don't hire this person. Because you lack the confidence, you don't even believe it. So if you don't believe it, how is anybody else going to believe it? Les Brown is a great African-American motivational speaker, great speaker, one of my favorites. And he says for us to accept responsibility for your life. Know that it is you who will get you where you want to go, no one else. Don't live a life with your hand out unless you're giving something. That's the only time your hand should be out, is when you're giving something or giving somebody a hand. Stop always looking for somebody to rescue you. Unless you're in a fire and the fire department is there. But even then, I'm going to be looking for ways to rescue myself. If your house caught on fire, will you dial the fire department, police or whatever, help, my house is on fire, and then hang up the phone and sit down? I hope not. I hope not. But me, myself, I'm going to, hey, my house is on fire. I'll be standing outside by the time you get here. I'm going to bust my way out. I don't care how I got to do it. But most of y'all scared to bust out your burning house. You're sitting in your burning house, choking on smoke, teared up by smoke, getting burnt by flames, getting poisoned by gases, because you won't get up and bust a window and jump out yourself. You're waiting to hear these sirens. But it might be too late by the time them sirens get there. You could be poisoned. You could be burnt up, burnt out. Huh. Nobody ever wrote down a plan to be broke, fat, lazy, or stupid. Mm-mm. Those things are what happens when you don't have a plan. Nobody ever planned to be broke. No, that only happens when you don't plan. When you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You have to have a clear plan about what it is you want and take those steps towards doing it. Joel Brown says the only thing that stands between you and your dream is the will to try and the belief that it is actually possible. You got to believe it. You have to believe that it's there for you, that you will have it, that it's yours, that you're going to get it. Believe that you're going to get a promotion. And watch how your attitude and change what it is you do every day. Go to work acting and performing as though that promotion is yours. And I guarantee you, your boss is going to see a change in you and maybe think about, man, wow, Monri, he's really motivated. He's really all in for this job. I think that promotion fits him. And if not, that don't mean you don't deserve it. That just means it ain't your time. Because you don't get your dream don't mean you won't get your destiny. And you don't write your own destiny. That's the definition of destiny, is proof that you don't write your own destiny. You might write your own dreams. But we have to understand that it's going to take a lot of trials and tribulations to get the things that are worth having. Anything that comes easy, it ain't worth having. Because in the process of getting the things that are worth having, you discover the true gifts and the true fortune and the true riches come from the journey on the way to the dream. The journey on the way to the dream is the prize. The dream, once you get there, is just the icing on the cake. Never be bullied into silence, okay? Never allow yourself to be made a victim. Accept no one's definition of your life. Define yourself. Stop living by what other people are telling you you are. Stop living by what others are dictating your life to be. You're not what your teachers tell you you are. No, only if you decide to be. You're not what your parents tell you you are. Only if you decide to be that. You're not what your pastor tells you you are. Only if you decide to be that. You're not what I tell you you are. Only if you decide to be that. You're not what the government tells you you are. I don't care if you're a felon. I don't care if you're black, white, yellow, brown, blue, green, or a little in between. None of that matters. You define your own life. Forget all the reasons it won't work and believe the one reason that it will work. I think we've conditioned ourselves to find the reason why, oh, well, that's not going to work, or well, I can't go that route because, you know, it might happen like this, or what if this happens, or what if. Instead, put that energy into finding why this will work. This is going to work because of this. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to try this. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to try this. Quit talking yourself out of your own dreams. You have enough people that's going to do that. Your family and your friends, your teachers, your coworkers, your president, your government, your pastor, your dog. They're there to tell you why this won't work. Why, oh, you shouldn't do that because, you have to be the one to find the reason why it will work. Be your own cheerleader. You don't need no support from nobody else. You don't need encouragement from nobody else. But if you do, that's what I'm here for. But stop waiting with your hand out. unless you're giving somebody something, okay? What does it take for us to get to that point? One word: change. If you feel like you're stuck, change up how you do things and get yourself unstuck. I know it sounds like, what? Stupid, like it's too simple, but it is that simple. Change what you do and you will change what you have, and you'll change what you get, and you will change where you're headed. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Okay, let me start over. I'm getting a little tongue-tied here because I get excited when I start talking about this. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. If you don't change direction, if you do not change direction, you may end up where you're headed. What does that mean, Monri? Okay. If you're headed to prison, if you don't change directions, you're going to end up in prison. If you're headed towards drug addiction, you're going to end up addicted to drugs unless you change your direction. If you're headed towards heartbreak, unless you change the direction, you're going to end up divorced, heartbreak, broken up, single, whatever it is. If I'm driving down the street and I'm headed towards a brick wall about to crash, I'm going to end up crashing unless I turn left or right or turn around. And that's what we need to do in our lives. If you've been in poverty, you've always been in poverty, and you see yourself headed towards more poverty, change it. If you're an alcoholic, you've always been an alcoholic, and you're headed towards the bar, make a U-turn, and watch what happens. You won't go to the bar. Wow. Did this take years of study? No. It's common sense. But these days, common sense is very uncommon. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. What does that mean concerning me, Monri? Okay. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Okay. If you're in a situation, matter of fact, let's use me as example. When I went to the penitentiary, I was depressed. I felt at that particular moment that I was in the lowest part of my life. I was at my rock bottom. I felt alone. I felt like this is it. There's nothing left for me in the world. But why did I feel like that? Because that's the way I looked at it. But in retrospect, I look at that situation different. Had I never went to the penitentiary, I would have never made the conscious decision to change who I was up here and in here in my heart. See, it took me to go to the penitentiary to appreciate being free. Little things like opening the door, shutting the door, going outside, coming inside. When I lost the woman I loved at the time when I was incarcerated, it made me realize how much of a lovable woman she was. So if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. If you're in trials and tribulations right now, don't look at them as the end of the world. So look at it as a positive. Find the benefit in it. And then guess what happens? When you find in your mind the energy to realize that the trial and tribulation that you're going through is a benefit, the rest of your body begins to agree. And your outlook on it changes. And then what? That trial and tribulation no longer looks like a trial and tribulation. It looks like a reward, a benefit, a training, a school lesson, homework, something that's going to better you. Because that's exactly what they are, trials and tribulations. Life lessons are life lessons. Life lessons aren't murderous plots by our creators to destroy us and keep us unhappy. No, no. When you realize that they're lessons to make you a better person and to keep you on a path towards keep you on a path of self-education towards your dream or destiny. When you look at it like that, you can't help but win in every situation. You got fired today? Thank you so much for firing me, because now I can go and find the job that I'm supposed to have, because that one wasn't it. Thank you so much for letting me go, to give me the opportunity to go find what I'm supposed to be doing. Thank you for divorcing me, because if you would have never divorced me, I would have looked at myself and made sure, okay, let me back up. If you would have never divorced me, I would have never did a self-evaluation to better myself as a husband and to find the woman out there that you have taught me to be better for. It may sting a little, but that's okay. It stings a little when you work out too. And when you work out and you rip the muscles up down deep into the fibers and it aches so much the next couple days, you know you had a good workout. And what happens? When they heal up, they get bigger and stronger. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. When I was incarcerated, I couldn't change that. I was incarcerated. I couldn't tell them, hey, CO, go ahead and pop 404. Bryson, yeah, I'm getting out today. No, I couldn't do that. But what could I do? I had to change myself. Then the COs begin to see. Because when I first got to prison, I was wild. I was ready to fight anything that was ready to fight. I was ready to riot anything that wasn't ready to be quiet. But as I begin to change myself, because me wilding out and acting a fool was a direct result of me not being able to change my situation. But because I began to change myself, the CEOs started to walk by. Bryson, something's different about you. How you doing today? You look good. You sound good. You just people begin to wonder, why is this guy in such a good mood? I began to change myself. I began to change the way I look at things. And when I did that, the things that I looked at began to change. So, like I said, I firmly believe that the path to success can only be realized when you make a conscious decision about what you want and then taking actions towards it. You know, I hope that anything I have said, can touch one or two people. And look, I don't want nothing from you but some time. Just hear me out, and I hope I can help somebody, motivate somebody, inspire somebody to maybe not feel some of the pains that I felt, or to let somebody know that, I've been through it, and I feel you, and I want to offer you a lifesaver. I want to offer you my hand. Let me give you some advice, because I don't have a degree in psychology. I don't have any degrees. I don't have any formal education. I got my GED, my good enough degree. But what I do possess is a doctorate PhD and all that in life experience. I have a lot of experience. And I think that is the real education in life. So get out there and get educated. Live your life.